Good evening. Welcome to Monday Nights with Massettis and Friends. We are excited to have two of our friends with us tonight. We don't have the full cast of Massettis. Steve and Kevin are busy doing dad stuff, so we will miss them this week. Sure, but thank you everyone for joining us. Boys, it's good to see you as always. And we got a bonus tonight with Dave Veenendal and Greg Gish joining us. So we appreciate you guys being here. They're friends from Oregon, but I don't think they're in Oregon right now, but we'll get to that a little later. So anyways, it's good to see everybody. Trev, you had a nice weekend away this weekend, right?
Yeah, went down to San Luis Obispo and got to hang out with Bree and got to help the boys work on the Cal Poly tractor a little bit. They pulled the transmission out. They're going to do some gear ratio swapping. And then, it was a good, relaxing weekend.
Good. And they're getting ready they're going to have both tractors running at their pull? That's
the goal, yeah.
Which is, we're going to talk about it later, but April 11th is the Cal Poly tractor pull. We'll get with them and have them come on here in the next couple weeks. James, I know Saturday you cooked dinner for about 440 people. That was very nice of you to do.
Yeah, all by myself too.
Yeah, single-handedly ran that whole deal. So
yeah,
it was a lot of fun. James and Uncle Steve and Uncle Kev and Robbie Blackstone and Lee Blackstone and our dad, we were the kitchen helping crew for the Seroptimus Club's crab feed this weekend. So we made salad, cooked pasta, served up a bunch of crab, and we had a good time in the process.
We did some quality control, lots of it.
We were definitely the quality control people, that's for sure. So, John Bower said our layout is weird. It looks like we're in a tall form, and I don't know how to fix that.
I will look into it.
All right. Thanks, Jay. While James is doing that, let's get to the men of the hour. Dave and Greg, we appreciate you guys joining us. I just found out that Greg will not join the Wednesday night boys, but we're honored to have you here with us. So thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
I think everybody that, all of our pullers, everybody knows you guys, but why don't you introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from, and then we'll just go from there.
You go ahead first, Greg.
Okay. Well, Greg Gish from Tualatin, which is just south of Portland. And we drive, or my son drives, Jason drives Double Ugly 2 that my dad and I built some 40 years ago. And we've been pulling ever since. And having a great time with family and friends. And
That's good. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Sorry.
What was that?
James was playing it back.
I'm trying to fix the deal.
Yeah.
So we're having a good time with pulling and enjoy it with the family, and we're gonna end up with a 4th generation driver here very soon, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Will that be this summer, maybe, or?
Well, I hope so. I got to get home and get to work first. We're kind of sort of building another truck, so
awesome.
So we'll have a second one here.
A second Pro Mod, or?
It was going to be a country, but yes, it's going to end up a Pro Mod.
Nice.
Oh, very good.
So, yeah. We
You
ran.
can never have too many pullers.
Yeah. Well, we ran a country for a couple years in sublimity, and I'll tell you what, having 2 different classes and trying to run those, it was a pain. Had one on one track and one on another, and
we know
both
exactly
at the
how
same
you
time.
feel.
Holy mackerel! So hopefully, with 2 of the same, we'll be able to control chaos a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we're running 3 different classes, but
Right.
you might notice that if there's ever 2 tracks at an event, all 3 of ours are going to be on the same track.
Yeah.
They're running at the same time. We
Yeah,
had a little issue with that last year at one event, and that ended up where I think Trevor and Uncle Kev were going to be going down the track at the same time. And so we will not let that happen ever again. But
I think it's been a number of times because remember when Bree was driving on her birthday too, and I was trying to go help her, and then Smokey was up in the other sled at the same time, and it just kind of happens a lot. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I've learned from that.
Yeah,
It makes it difficult. Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
for
then
sure.
helping Dave and Tom Walker and a couple of others, I'm pretty busy with trucks before the pull even starts. So
Yep. Good deal.
it'll be fun though.
Yes, for sure. So, Dave, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Jefferson, Oregon, which is just south of Salem. And my 65 Ford there, Noel Kuzma and I built that back in 2008 as a country modified. And ran that as a country modified until 2015, 16. 16, I changed it over to a pro modified, and been going at it like that ever since. And
So was that 2008? That was your first time pulling when you guys first built that truck?
it wasn't my first time pulling. That was my first personal puller, but
Okay.
I'm from Wisconsin originally, and a lot of pulling back there in the Midwest, and
That's for sure.
always been around it. So
How long have you been out here from Wisconsin?
I moved here in '94.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
What brought you out to the West Coast?
well, I didn't make such good choices when I was younger. Came out to start
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Sounds like a good story.
Yeah. Maybe for another time, but
Yeah, another time.
yeah.
So
Good deal. So you run the Intimidator and it's a 65 Ford?
65 Ford, yes.
Very
Bought
good.
it from a guy locally. That truck had been up to Alaska, been all over the place, and then it was just an old farm truck, and I dug it out of a barn, and that's where it ended up from there.
There she is. Perfect.
Yes.
Very good. Now, are there any changes in store for that truck?
No,
Or just keep running her?
I think I'll keep running that one, and if we ever get the other one done, part situation, can't seem to get any parts from anybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
we were hoping to have it running this year, but it's not looking real good. So
Yeah.
that's
It's
okay.
always next year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So now, this is for both of you in whatever order, are you guys retired or still working?
Yes.
he is.
Okay. Fair enough.
I got a ways to go.
Actually, I'm retired. Dave is still working. He has his own business, so but he might as well be retired,
Well,
He just gets on the phone and bosses people around, which is pretty
Well,
stressful
hey.
for him.
somebody has to be that guy. So
That's right.
if you can do it,
And
and
he
if you
does.
don't have to be there, hell with it.
Oh,
So,
sometimes in
what
the
is it?
summertime.
What business
that?
are you in, Dave? What
I'm
business
in
are
the
you
hot oil business, and you guys know
Okay.
Tally very well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm in the same business as he is.
Okay.
And I haul to all of the Knife River plants up and down the I-5 corridor in our valley there. And then I have a few small customers. And, but yeah, it's been a very lucrative business for me.
Well, good.
So you do transportation for the oil?
Yes, I
Gotcha.
have the capability of having 7 or 8 trucks. I hire all owner operators to
Okay.
work for me. So
But you don't own any trucks yourself for that?
I own 2 trucks myself,
Okay.
but I only drive when I have to.
Yeah.
I don't really want to drive anymore, but if I have to, I will.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, are you involved in the spreading and the road building at all, or you just transport it?
I'm just transporting. I think Tally, he does a little distribution with, I think he's got some distributors, does he not? And
I think so.
yeah, and I don't get into that. I just transport it to the asphalt plants.
Okay.
So
That's cool. Good deal. And now, Greg, you're retired but still working as a full-time full truck mechanic. But what did you do before you retired? What was your real job?
Well, I originally started out working for a lawn and garden equipment company called Shindaiwa, which was very prominent back in the early 80s. And I was the technical service rep. I went all over the country putting on service schools for the dealers, like a chainsaw dealership or a lawn and garden dealer. They would come and I would show them our product and teach them that. So I did that for quite a few years. Then Sherry decided that I was traveling too much. So we changed jobs and I just went to work for one of the distributors that did this. And I did basically the same thing, just in Oregon and Washington. So I did that for quite a few years.
Cool.
And then I ended up doing a little bit of recycling, landscaping, recycle type stuff. We worked for a company that did that, and then did some hydraulics. And I've been a busy guy over the years.
Very good.
Yeah.
So John Boer said that Dave's the only person he knows can load an F-106 in a luggage compartment of a motorhome. Like, you just take a whole rear end with you when you're going? Or what's
Yeah.
the story there?
Yeah,
we did
we
that.
did. The slide out tray, we pulled it out.
Yeah.
Set that a complete 106, hubs and all, and then carefully set it in there and then slid it back in and tied it down.
We didn't even do
That
that.
is one. That's a stout slide out that'll hold that.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to looking at that thing when we were thinking of doing it, and somebody had beefed that tray up. I haven't seen any other motorhomes with a beefed up tray like that. So somebody's already been hauling some heavy stuff in there.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So now you guys, you and your families are obviously good friends. You met through pulling, or did you know each other prior?
We met.
No, we met through pulling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how geographically, like how far away are you guys at home? Home to home.
What, 45 miles?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, not too bad.
About 45 miles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
And you're not in Oregon. You escaped the rain, and do you care to share where you are? Just roughly. We don't need like coordinates or anything. We're not going to come.
We did. We did escape the rain. we've been coming down here to Arizona for a few years, and I told Sherry that I wanted to stay the month of January so I could go snowmobiling with Jason and my son-in-law, Eric. Well, as you know, there was no snow in December and January. So I still didn't get a snowmobile. So we came down, and it was pretty funny. We came down the 1st of February, and we drove from Portland to Tucson, Arizona, and didn't get one raindrop on the motorhome, which is pretty unusual.
Yeah.
So we made it all the way down here, but we've been kind of coming down here for the last couple of years for a couple months to just enjoy the sun.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you go a couple different months throughout the year, or just?
No,
You're
just in the
there
wintertime
now,
we come
so-
down here. We're too busy with, truck pulling in the summer.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be there in the summer either way.
Yeah, no, don't
Yeah.
want to be here. No.
I,
In fact, it was pretty warm today. So,
I lived down
Yeah.
here for 2 years, and it's very hot in the summertime.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, so Dave's
Wow.
got a side by side, and we've been taking the Jeep out in the desert and playing around out there a little bit and just relaxing,
Oh,
Awesome.
good. That's what you need to be doing.
making lots of notes on what I need to do when I get home.
Yeah. Yeah. That stuff will all be there when you get there.
Yeah, I'll just send it up to Jason and have him get started.
There you go.
Good call.
There you go. So do you I know I try to keep up with like the schedules you guys are running up there too, but do you have roughly how many events do you run up, like, you know, in your area, and not just in Oregon, but wherever you travel to,
Well,
aside from when you come?
including your stuff, we are actually just figured it up the other day. We got probably 15 hooks planned for this
Okay.
summer.
Cool.
And that's about average, 15, 16.
Okay.
So,
We'll get to see you guys a little bit this year.
well, our plan is to come down to your 3-day
In Pleasanton.
Alameda, Pleasanton.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're coming down to that
Well,
one.
that'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think we got quite a few of the guys that are up in our area that are going to follow us down too. So they all want to come down.
Okay, cool.
So we may
Oh,
have
good.
Awesome.
we may get 4 or 5 of us.
Oh, yeah. Might even be a
Yeah.
half a dozen. So,
Cool.
Yeah,
That was a really cool event, and that was in June last year. We're in second weekend of July this year, but
right.
it really just a cool venue. I mean, wouldn't you guys say, like, with the golf course and the huge grandstands, and they had hellacious crowds,
Mm-hmm. No,
and
it
then
was
the
awesome.
camping. Now, I don't know if all the horse barns are still there, but I'd heard they were going to take some of them out. But the way, you know, at first I thought, oh my God, how's this going to work? But it was so cool being between the horse barns, and there was water there. There's some power, you know, 110 power, but just a really cool deal. And then when you're there for 3 days, it's just fun to
Yeah,
everybody hanging out afterwards. I mean, you know how
yes.
that goes. So
The pictures
Good
we've
deal.
seen that look pretty nice.
yeah,
yeah, no, it was that was fun, and I'm excited we get to go back. So
yeah.
and hell, three hooks in the same spot, you know, one weekend, not having to travel
Right.
anywhere. That's it won't be as impressive convoy as 2 years ago when you guys came down and we went from Willits
We
to
did the,
Lakeport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
That was a
that
good
was
one.
pretty cool, but
Yes.
that was amazing. Yeah,
yeah. And then we had that whole indoor or kind of a pole barn pit area. That was pretty cool too.
Yes,
Yes,
it was.
yeah.
Um,
It felt kind of like royalty in there, like that. You know, the
That's how we
stage.
like to treat our pullers, you know. I mean, we try to take care of our pullers. Anyways, so we are looking forward to seeing you guys come down more this summer, and even into the fall, whatever works for your schedules. And it's going to be a good year. Good year. And
Yeah, it
glad
looks
to
like
hear
he's
that you guys have. Oh, go ahead.
looks like you got a good schedule going on. Yeah.
We do. Yeah, I'm excited for it. A lot of the events are returning from last year. Well, we're going back down to the Mid-State Fair in July, which should be kind of fun. That was a cool one. We did that a few years ago. I think that's the only one we really added from last year. Just looking at the list here, but yeah, it'll be a good summer, and I'm glad to hear that you guys have a lot going up there too.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting more. Hopefully, we can get more, but we'll keep plugging away.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we could go pull every weekend, but we need fairs and venues to pay for it. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
it,
Well, between you guys down there in California and then the Idaho group, I mean, if we wanted to drive far enough, we could pull every weekend too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true too.
that going to Ogden, Utah and stuff for a 13-hour drive that's tough. And then have
Yeah.
to get home because Jason's got to be to work Monday, you know.
That kind of puts a damper on things.
Yeah,
Yes.
it certainly does. Yeah.
But somebody's got to go to work.
Yeah.
Are you guys mainly pulling with one organization up there, or is there a couple different that you go with?
It's a couple different ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Couple of private venues. There's the Harrisburg Harvest Festival, and then Sublimity. This year we're going to go to Banks, which is just a small little town northwest of Portland. So there's not really a promoter up there.
It's
So,
just kind of free floating.
frickin' Jason.
What are your
Does he hear that often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your guys' favorite events up there? If you had to pick just a few.
Oh, it's pretty hard to top Sublimity. That's been a very favorite of mine ever since I started going, and it's pretty hard to top that.
I think it's kind of like what you were saying with your 3-day, or everybody gets they're together, and it's just a lot of fun. And then Sublimity is that way. It's almost more like a camping trip.
Yes.
A 3 or a 4-day camping trip whenever you decide to go, because it's 2 days and it's really 3 days if you want to be there early enough, and there's just everybody gets together and we just have so much fun. It's unbelievable. So it's just a fun event as well as a very competitive event too. We get a lot of pro mods and a lot of the countries there.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Davey, I don't think you guys came down to Fallon last year, did you?
No, we
No.
didn't.
No. The Reedies were there, and the Seitzmans came down. But we would love to have you. I do think it's actually August 29th. It's not September. But the Cantaloupe Festival was awesome. Talk about a crowd there. Holy crap. Those
That's a
grandstands
Christmas
were
thing.
Yeah, and that's Chris's hometown. So
Yes.
um,
Yes.
yeah. Anyways, we would love to have you guys at all of them, whatever you can make it at or make it to. But that was definitely a fun one.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah. Do you guys have any other questions for Dave and Greg, or Dave and Greg, do you have any questions for us?
Not that I can think of.
no. I mean, we'd love to see you guys come up and put poles up even in Southern Oregon, but we know it's a long drive for you, and so it gets expensive for mileage to get you guys up there. But
Yeah.
other than that, you
maybe
guys
we
are doing a great job. We love what you guys are doing.
Well, it's definitely fun, and like you were talking about the the camping and all that, and John Bower and I have talked about this. It's kind of become like a camping trip, a couple weekends a month with all your buddies and friends, And then,
Right.
by the way, we get to go pull while we're there. So
Yeah.
it's cool that's the
Well,
way it is.
Yeah, you develop quite a family. I mean, that's what I consider all of the pullers is they're just good friends, and it's like having a big family reunion every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Camaraderie.
It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I learned to work on Fords. Did you know that the firing order is different than a Chevrolet?
Here we go.
And I finally learned where number 1 is on a Ford. So
Well,
that's what
pretty
the problem
advanced for me.
was. Why my truck wouldn't run, because he screwed up my firing order.
you're a pretty good mechanic when you can make a Ford run really good with Chevrolet firing order.
Did you really do that?
No.
Okay. That was impressive.
That would be.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
We give each other crap about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's all about too, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I definitely like your T-shirt, Greg, and your hat, Dave. You guys nailed
Yeah.
it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I wanted Uncle Steve to see what the real
yeah.
podcasters have for apparel, but he's not here tonight, so I'll wear it.
If I'd have been thinking, I got mine down here, I should have put it on.
Well, we if you saw last week's, Uncle Steve found out that our Wednesday night boys have their own apparel line and we don't.
Oh.
And so anyways, I don't want to turn around, but their logo on the back looks like they're all three facing. It's Jason Gish and John Boer and Chris Daniels. They're all standing facing away, and it really kind of looks like they're all standing there peeing. But it's okay. It's a cool logo, but you could argue that they're all just like taking a leak at the same time. Anyways,
I like that.
It's pretty awesome. They shared the shirts with us, and we appreciate that. So,
you betcha.
Courtney is checking in. She had to draw a cheat sheet for the weird firing order on theirs. Chris likes the shirt, and they both said they were peeing for the photo taken for the shirt. So, mystery solved. But speaking of our Wednesday night friends, this Wednesday is their show, 6 p.m. And they have confirmed Brandon and Trey Smith as their guests. The Smith family. We had Brandon on here one night. If I remember right, he was down for taking shots with Uncle Steve. And anyways, so they will be definitely a good interview. So we look forward to tuning in on Wednesday night with them. And then also earlier I mentioned, but I want to mention again, the Cal Poly, the tractor pull team puts on a tractor pull every year. We love supporting that. It is Saturday, April 11th. So anybody any pullers that are in the area, they ought to definitely think about hitting that one up, because it's a great event and it goes to their scholarship fund. The proceeds go to their scholarship fund. Sherry is giving Jason a little bit of love there.
That's good.
My man Justin got one of the West Coast Missing Live shirts too. So, I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that. But anyways, poor guys. Now
see Brian when you started.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah. So sorry, Jason.
Wow.
It's all with love, but our shirts will not feature us peeing when we get them made. So, anyways,
Wow.
in case anyone's worried about that. So,
I don't know. You get Kevin and Steve involved in helping you get them together. Hard to say what you're going to come up with.
well, that's why we're not going to do that. we're probably going to leave it to Christy to do the design work, because then we know it'll be nice. So
then you'd be safe.
Yes. So anyways, well, it has been fun getting to know both of you a little bit better, but now we're gonna test your marketplace skills here. I think you both have hopefully seen our show, and um, you never know. You may see something on here that you just can't live without. So James he will take it from here.
It's true. There's a couple good ones here. Before we start, I'll quickly go over the rules here. I'm going to show you a series of Facebook Marketplace listings. We're going to go around and try and guess the asking price. It's Price is Right rules, so closest answer without going over wins. You get 3 points for being the exact answer, 2 points for being the closest, and 1 point for being the next closest. If either of you guys win, you are going to get a free GSI 25 or 26 shirt, maybe. We don't really know yet. But you will get a free GSI t-shirt. And since we only have Trevor and Dad here tonight, instead of doing the punishment wheel, we're going to do something a little bit different. And I'm going to tell you your punishment after the show.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun.
What's that?
That doesn't sound very
scary.
Well, no, it's pretty tame, but I felt bad since normally you have a 25% chance, but tonight you have a 50% chance. So I'm making it a little easier on you.
Thanks.
Without further ado, Dave, Greg, do you have any questions?
Nope, we're good.
Okay. Well, the first listing here is a modified pulling tractor chassis. No motor, just the chassis. It's very nice and straight. He's not exactly sure who built it. It comes with a profab transmission and drive shafts. All you need is your power plant, and you can go pulling. It's got a like new set of pro puller hole shots, and this gentleman is just not looking to do anything with it anymore. And the worst he can say is no, according to the listing. Looks to have collected quite a bit of dust in the process of it being built or not being built. Yeah, Trev, you are going to go first this time.
I'm gonna say, well, we don't know. Has it ever pulled? I don't think we know, right?
I don't know, but I doubt it's a new chassis.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
He said very nice and straight, which would imply that it's been used a little.
True. Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm gonna say 45,000.
45,000. Dad?
I 30,000.
30. Okay, we'll go to Dave.
Well, a set of tires is over 10 grand.
That was my thought. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to say probably 25,000.
25,000. Greg?
I'm going to go 2250.
2250. Well, some good guesses there, and Trevor. But the correct answer was 28,000.
Oh shit!
Dave was the closest by quite a bit there. He's going to get himself 2 points, and Greg is going to get the other point for being the second closest without going over. And Trev and Dad, if you both lose, then we might have to up the stakes of the punishment. So I don't know. It's tough to say. It's too early. But we have 3 listings left.
It's the first item, Jay. Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of embarrassing. We've been doing this every week for a year and a half at least.
And I suck every week for a year and a half. I mean,
your 2 guests show up and kind of dominate already. Anyways.
Well, they
we'll
probably have Sherry in the background on Marketplace finding this shit.
I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest. But
Well, that needs to happen.
you're off to a good start. You might even like this one a little bit better. This is a Volkswagen custom Ute. and it's custom with a K. He is putting it up for sale or trade, but just looking to see what's out there. Must be worth the same value as his custom Beetle. It is a 2006 Volkswagen Beetle with 200,000 miles, which is low for a diesel, according to him. It's got a 5-speed manual transmission, a brand new turbo, fully rebuilt trans, brand new clutch, custom, again with the K, white wall tires. I don't know if that means just spray painting a set of normal tires or what. And also has a new battery. He says it's hand-painted patina, not a wrap. It's got cold AC and hot heated seats, as well as power windows. Currently, it's on a non-op as he doesn't drive it very much anymore. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have. It's awesome, clearly. And you could see there he has hauled a bike in it before. Nice seats. I don't know what else to say. Dad, you are up first here.
I'm not well versed in the Volkswagen world, but was that ever a production vehicle, or it's truly custom with a K? Like he took a Volkswagen car and he chopped the shit out of it and made a little pickup.
I'm pretty sure it's custom with K because I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be what I'd say.
I'm pretty sure he took a pickup bed and welded it to the cab there.
That's yeah.
Or to the not cab. Front half. Yeah, Courtney's right about
yeah.
this. There's also no pictures of the other side, so we really don't know the whole story here.
That's a good point.
So clearly these newer Volkswagens, they put the engine in the front like it's supposed to be.
Yes, I believe.
I think the guy's proud of it, and I think he wants $12,500 for it.
12.5. Dave?
I say 10 grand.
10 grand. Greg?
52. That's
100?
5,200.
Good call there. Trev?
Oh man, I think I have two options here.
What are your two options?
I don't really know. What's the high right now? 12.5?
12.5.
I'll go 12.6.
12.6.
Oh, wow.
We even have a little room there.
I gave you a little bit.
Well, the correct answer was 13,000. You nailed it, Trev. Yeah,
Nice.
you did it right. Trevor, the closest with 12,600. Dad, second closest, 12,500. I take back what I said. You guys are back on the board. Trev and Dave both have 2 points. Dad and Greg both have 1 point. So it's anybody's game at this point. 2 listings left. This next one here is a 1972 P20 Chevrolet step van. It is very clean, aluminum bodied, polished step van. This is the Shorty model, and it runs, drives, stops just fine. The suspension has been lowered, obviously. It's C-notched. It's got a 350 with a 4-speed manual transmission. No issues with the van. You could stand inside if you are 6 foot or shorter. And it has a nice little sound system in it as well. This has been a project for this gentleman for a while, and he just had it completely polished to a mirror finish. Looks amazing and has 100 hours of labor alone in the polish. These vans are hard to find, especially in this condition, according to him. Dave, you are going to be up first on this one. What do you think about this?
Sure is chrome.
Sure is.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 15,000?
15. Greg?
I think about 32,000.
32,000. Trev?
I'm gonna say 20,000.
20,000. Dad?
He paid a shitload to have it polished, I bet.
Yeah. He's
Unless it
obviously
was
pretty
him.
proud of it.
Certainly
Yeah.
seems like it.
And Greg was at 32,
He was at 32.
and Trevor was at what?
20.
I will take $20,005.
Oh.
Nice.
Very generous of you. Well, the correct answer was 31,000. Greg was the closest by a long shot, but unfortunately was just $1,000 too high. So Dad, with a guess of $20,005, is the closest. 2 points for him. Trev, second closest, 20,000, which brings us to 3 points for Trevor, 3 points for Dad, 2 points for Dave, and 1 point still for Greg. But still anybody's game at this point, honestly. And the next listing is something that I'm sure you guys are not super familiar with. It is a carnival slide. It is 70 feet. I don't know if that's length. I assume it's the length of the slide. It was only used for one season, and this gentleman is not doing the event again. It's all the information I have. Believe it or not, John Spielman sent me this listing,
I
which
believe it.
is probably easy to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really all I have. I don't know if the 70 feet is like the length of the railing, as in like straight, or if it's like including the humps in the slide. I don't know. Greg, why don't you go first here?
How about 15,000?
15,000. Trev?
I'm gonna go 25.
25.
I think it's worth more because of the trailer part of it, but maybe not.
Okay. Dad?
I'm thinking 12.5.
12.5. And
12,005.
Dave? Yeah, I got it.
What was the highest bid?
Highest bid is $25,000.
25.5.
25.5.
He's learning.
That was a very good guess, Dave. The correct answer here was $28,000, which means
Shit off.
it does mean Dad and Greg, you guys were not very close, but Dave and Trevor, you were close. Dave just 500 closer there. 2 points for Dave, 1 point for Trevor, which brings us to a final score where Dave and Trevor are tied for first place. Then Dad in second place with 3 points and 1 point for Greg. Everybody made it on the board. Very impressive. Dave and Trev, you guys are tied, and I don't think we could have two first place winners. So I think we need to go to a tiebreaker. And for the tiebreaker, I think what we're going to do is guess the location on the Volkswagen U. So this will just be Dave and Trevor. And we'll make Trevor go first, seeing as he is the regular on the show. And Dave, basically the way this works is you're each going to just guess the location, and I'm going to do some high tech calculations and figure out who is closer location wise. And then that's the winner. Trev, why don't you go first?
Just doing a little surveying here. I'm not getting anything. So I'm going to say this is somebody in. I have no idea. I'm going to say Utah.
Utah? All of Utah?
All of Utah.
Okay. And Dave, where do you think this was listed from?
Well, I see some mountains and I see some trees. Not much to go off from.
No, you're right.
Little bit of rust.
Could
Could have come from Salt Country. Oh shoot! How about Wyoming?
Wyoming. Okay, that's a good guess. Well,
Trev's
I can
close.
tell you, neither of you were very close, to be honest. But Trevor, with Utah, you were closer to Hesperia, California, which is just kind of outside of LA there in the desert. So, Trev, you are, I suppose, our winner for the night, as you were just a little bit closer. But Dave, great effort there. And Greg, we appreciate you being here.
You bet.
It was
fun.
I think we need to go back to John Boer's question here. Since everyone got a point tonight, which doesn't always happen, should James spin the wheel?
Ooh.
That's just a made-up rule. That's not even a gray area where like Courtney can decide what's the right thing to do.
Well,
It's just
can we at least get
rule.
Courtney's opinion? Let's just get Courtney's thoughts on this. So, Courtney, if you're still out there.
Courtney, I'm willing to hear your opinion, but that's kind of just.
He's still going to make the rule.
The deal is if I
James.
mess up on the slides, I spin the wheel. If I don't, then I don't have to spin the wheel. That's kind of the gist of it.
Wow.
But
You're kind of hardcore on your rules there.
I'm kind of a stickler for the rules, everybody knows that I like to, keep the show within the set rules and the guidelines. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your integrity, James.
Thank you, Courtney. Courtney is really, she's really done an amazing job being our official referee.
What if she had said, yes, James, spin?
I probably would have banned her from the comment section.
Okay. Well,
but
she reiterated.
Right thing.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, and again, Courtney, we appreciate you being our official referee and decision maker on issues. So, anyways, well, good job, Jay. Thanks. At least got on the board this time. I feel pretty good about that. I want to
You
thank.
did lose though.
I lost. Yeah, but hey, you know what? Somebody has to.
That's true.
Right?
That's right.
You shouldn't pick on your dad like that.
Thank you, Dave. Gosh, finally somebody willing to speak up for the old guy. It's elder abuse, is what it is.
Is it?
So, anyways, no, appreciate you doing that, James, putting that together. Courtney's right. It did take a year for us to get the rules
it took a
down,
year,
right?
but we're here now.
Yeah, we're getting there. So, Dave and Greg, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule in Arizona to spend the evening with us.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. Glad to be here.
appreciate you guys coming on. This was a bonus. I didn't know we were going to get both, so that's great. But now I'll keep that in mind for this time of year. We'll get a double whammy.
There
And
you
I
go.
do want to remind our Wednesday night friends that we got Greg Gish to come on before they did, so that's pretty good.
Rubbing it in there a little bit.
Yes. No, those guys do a great job. And again, this Wednesday, 6 p.m., Brandon and Trey Smith will be joining them. Father and son pulling team, great guys. So we look forward to watching that. But unless you guys have anything else, I think we will we'll sign off for the night and wish everybody a great week. And we'll be back here next Monday night. Next week's going to be a special show. Two things: our very first ever show and tell punishment that Uncle Steve got last week. So he lost. He had to spin the wheel. James had just added a new punishment, and it was show and tell. So Steve had 2 weeks to go on Marketplace and buy something, anything. And then next week, we're not going to play Marketplace next week, right, Jay?
No.
So next week, Uncle Steve will tell us the story of how he acquired this and what it is. And then do we determine you said something about everybody's got to decide if it was a worthy purchase or what
I
was.
think we need to, as a committee, decide whether it was a good investment, good purchase or not.
Okay, cool. And then we'll want everyone's opinion on that also, to help see if Uncle Steve did a good job or not with his Marketplace purchase. Also, next week is one of our birthdays. It won't be on the show, so it's birthday week for Trev next. Well, this is birthday month, so happy birthday, Trev. So next week we'll also be celebrating Trev's birthday on Monday night. So big show coming up. So it'll be fun. You guys are still down there hanging out. Tune in. Let us know how things are going.
We will.
Courtney has a good idea here. I saw Roman Gladiator. I was thinking put them in a pit and make them fight. But thumbs up or thumbs down, that'll work too.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
But thank you for all you guys do too. You guys run some awesome shows and very impressive.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. We do it for the love of the game, man. Getting to know good people like you guys.
Thank you.
Well, good.
Just think of how boring our lives would be without pulling. Like, what do people that don't pull do? Like, I mean, it's just weird. But anyways, I guess not everybody could do it. So
That's right.
thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Dave,
All
Greg,
right.
thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Susie and Sherry, thanks for being the background support for these guys.
Welcome.
So, anyways, hope everybody has a great week. We look forward to seeing you next week. So, thank you. Good night.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye now.
Thank you.